We'll have injury updates and get more into all that tomorrow as we gear up for what this one. Gator, you never jumped on board with the Tampa game being a big game.
It wasn't that I didn't think it was a big game. Just I didn't think it was going to be a competitive game because I don't think much of Baker Mayfield at all. But I think it was big to get the win. Keep moving forward. You didn't want to stumble against a team with a bad quarterback.
But
I'm still taking shots at him. I don't know why I'm still taking shots.
Yeah, you really don't like Baker Mayfield.
I don't.
Didn't you like those commercials? Weren't the commercials good?
I did like the commercials. Yeah, I liked it. Actually, that I thought I didn't think of him as being much of a quarterback before I saw the commercials, and I still don't.
Yeah.
But then I saw the commercials. I'm like, I like the guy, but I just think he's a terrible quarterback.
Oh, there you go. All right, so here's Rico.
Yeah, between you and Costa and how he feels about Jared Goff,
but I'm right.
Strays. Okay.
Well, you think Baker Mayfield's good?
I don't think he's awful, Gator.
Oh, he's awful.
He's not awful.
If he was competent, he would have connected on some of those passes. It would have been touchdowns. But he's not. He's incompetent. He's terrible.
Well,
he's god-awful.
Any deep ball's a low percentage play to begin with, but
when you're 4 yards behind the defense, you should be able to
play when Bugs tipped the ball.
Yeah, great play.
Right. I mean, he had his guy.
Other quarterbacks would loft it over him because they're better.
So what do you guys got planned coming up next?
Yeah. What he said.
Go ahead. Keep defending Baker Mayfield. That's a winning.
I'm not defending him. I just
that's gonna age well.
I don't really care that much about Baker. Talking about the game coming up.
Yeah.
Kind of one of those. Are you watching this thing for Michigan fans? What do you really think of Michigan State? You're watching all of this. What's your level of giddiness? Or are you what do you think about Michigan State? Is this a program that can turn things around, or are they the dumpster fire you thought that they always were? And they're just chickens coming home to roost.
All right.
Baker Mayfield.
Have a great show.
Some chickens get slaughtered.
Stay safe, everybody, and treat each other with respect. 97.1.
Tuesday, 2 o'clock, after a 7-minute update. Here we are. How is everybody? Rico, you look great. Power flannel. I wish you'd take off that hideous hat. I got to tell you something. Breaking news. Didn't plan to start this way, but I'd like to tell you, I'd like to file this man to my left into the Guinness Book of World Records as having the most copious balls on the planet. This guy's still wearing a state hat this week. I don't know if that's some condition of elephantitis or whatever it is, but congratulations to you. Copious balls, pendulous balls.
Oh, hold on.
How are you still wearing a Spartan hat this week? How and why?
Hold on 1 second. All right.
Place them down. What are you doing? You know good and damn well you shouldn't be wearing that in public.
Why not?
Because they're an atrocity.
Doesn't mean
And it doesn't even match your outfit. I think that's really what it comes back to. No, I give you credit. I think you're insane, but credit and welcome on a Tuesday.
Thank you. Now, what happened was I actually set down the hat that matched it, but I grabbed the wrong one when I ran in the house, and I grabbed the other hat, and I was like, screw it. I'll just wear this one instead. Because I knew it would get under your skin. But
No, we're good. Sparty gear
actually, it doesn't. I mean,
Sparty gear is packed in a box until January 1st when college basketball starts.
actually, it started.
No,
off
for me, it don't start till January.
Well, I'll be there at the Duke game. So,
Whoa. He wears a big green hat.
yes,
I may cut a new version of that.
I'll be at the Duke game when they take on Duke.
When is that? What is that? Chicago United Center?
Yep, November 14th.
Well, good luck. All right, so I want to start today's show. We've got a lot of ground to cover. And part of it begins with I thought David would have better energy today. We're going to do a lot of Lions this week because they have the biggest game arguably in the league. And also because there is no rivalry because we're going to get beat 52-0. But the point is, for David, today represented some breaking news. And I thought David would be hype. I thought Kenny would be his normal pouty self. That part is true. Michigan has now been installed as the betting favorite to win the national title. That's in response to Brock Bowers' injury for Georgia. They're saying 4 to 6 weeks. Other people are saying just the rest of the regular season. And even then, if you're his parents and he's going to go top 5 in the draft, why come back? I digress.
You know what? Actually, I would say you got to win a title. You just won a cup. You got
exactly.
one. Yeah. Wow.
But I thought David would just be really pumped up, amped up, ready to roll. And you know what David said to me? And it was weird because it's how we feel. I mean, there's no juice for this game. That went out the door with Mel Tucker. But David is like, I'm not excited at all about the weekend. And the betting thing is whatever because we haven't played anyone. And I'm like, well, David, you have to begin getting a modicum of joy. You have arguably the number one team in America. So, David, I know, I know you weren't aware we were going to out you on the air in this way, but this is what's happened. I want to hear from you. What is wrong with you?
It is what it is. Come Saturday.
What, Rico? What's wrong?
what is wrong with you?
Well, it's the most
Couch. Tell me what's wrong.
It's the most standard question I can ask this man. We're sitting here and our team plays 60-minute football games with their head up their own ass. This guy's got a team that hasn't won a game by less than 25, whether you've played anyone or not. You're arguably the best team in America. You've just been installed the betting favorite. You're going to burn your rival's stadium to the ground. You're going to overrun it with fans. It's going to be a proper coronation for your team. And you have I tell you, Kenny, I'm surrounded. These two together, pendulous balls. The balls you got to have to say that to me, to say that to him. That's incredible.
I know. Look,
we don't even know what a first down feels like.
Caden Hauser finally completed a pass for you. He scored on the first drive for you.
The world is your oyster, and you just don't. I don't feel the energy from you.
But it matters to me who we've played. So yes, while the betting odds are in our favor, it's like, okay, are we really the best team in college football? And then yeah, sure, Saturday I'll be excited. I'll be excited to pummel Michigan State into the ground.
And I just got a text
bury
from one of the
them.
couple Wolverines that I'm close to in my life, and it's a direct quote. David is an effing weirdo. I'm pumped up for a blowout Saturday.
No.
Close quote.
Saturday, I'll be excited. But Tuesday before, there's nothing. There's no excitement. There's no joy.
So let me ask a question then. Maybe we'll do this. And it's beyond, why is Rico wearing an MSU hat? It is more, what is it going to take for a Michigan fan to be pumped up Saturday? Is it winning by 30? 40? Would it be some form of like Randy Moss, pull your pants down and moon the crowd celebration? Would it be Jim Harbaugh spitting his dip in Harlan Barnett's face? Like what would it take for you to be amped for this? Or maybe you already are. I believe me. I don't call the ambulance. If you can go for 2, if you can score 70, you're not going to hear me complain. Do your thing.
I don't want to speak for David.
I want you to.
But it could just be the fact that you got bigger fish to fry. And even if you win this game, it means nothing to it.
A follow-up text from my friend, quote, tell him God wants him to be excited, close quote. Direct message from a Wolverine season ticket holder.
I mean, because even if you beat Michigan State, it really doesn't help your body of work whatsoever. So Michigan State, even though they're in-state, is no different than Indiana, UNLV, Eastern Colorado, or whoever you played at the beginning of the year. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, but this is they view MSU like cockroaches. This is your chance to squish the cockroach.
See, I think they got that last year.
Yeah, but it never gets old.
No. But see, I don't know if you could top what happened last year because you beat them on the field and then you got all their players suspended and killed their season.
Yeah.
I don't know how you top that.
How'd those charges end up?
Oh, the second the season was over, they all got dropped.
Ultimate railroading. But David, here's my question. Does David, Kenny's receiving calls and getting hung up on. I think we have a problem. Kenny, what's wrong? Did David upset
Is it
the
our
people?
classic 2 people?
No.
A monitor. Okay.
Kenny, it's a microphone. You're not ripping a turkey leg off of the
he knows
Thanksgiving
about that.
meal.
He does live reads now.
All right.
What about the agave?
What's your question, Mike?
I said you received a slew of calls and then were unceremoniously hung up on. Was David upsetting the crowd? Were we?
Just lots of people calling in that don't want to be on the air, which why are you calling in the first place? But that's okay.
Well, what
It's
message
okay.
did you want to pass along to the guys?
I forgot. As soon as they say, I don't want to be on the air, but I just stop paying
Got
attention.
it.
I almost hang up on them when they say that.
I wish you would.
I will.
Look, I just want to hear from the Michigan fans. Today's a Michigan fan day because there's really no state fan is going to this game. I watched
There's
3
state fans that are going to.
No, there's you and then the regular
No,
populace.
there are people that are going to go. Mike.
This will be a 50,
Everybody, okay,
50-50.
right,
Man, it's going to be 50% Wolverine fans.
right. But that means that 50% went to the game.
Right, but those people are morons. So the point I'm making
Everybody
is
doesn't think like you.
I watched 3 groomsmen put their tickets up for sale Saturday as MSU was clown carring.
As they should.
I don't know any Spartan fan going. I have a buddy who has business tied to going up there on Saturdays with clients and stuff. He's going and leaving.
Right.
I'm going to do a college game day show with you. I'm not going to the game.
There'll be people there, Mike. In order to be 50-50, it means 50% of the stadium stayed to
Listen,
watch the game.
Do me a favor. Take your glass half full approach and just take it out that door.
I'm sorry.
I
you
don't
know
want to
what?
hear it.
You're right. I'm a backup dancer. Show me the routine again.
Oh, left, right, 1, 2.
Yeah, there we go.
1, 2,
there
4.
we go. I got, you know what, David? I stepped out of pocket. Sorry about that, Mike. Won't happen again.
Thank you so much.
I thought I was going to have a solo career. It didn't work out.
Short of there being a Mel Tucker dunk tank at the Sparty statue, there's really nothing. But if you're the team favored by 25, that to me is exciting. Pounding your rival beyond submission, literally beating your rival to death. That is the penultimate. That is as good as it gets.
But the funny thing, and I've heard from a lot of Michigan fans, and David, you can tell me if this is true.
Yeah.
But it's been the Michigan fans when I'm like, guys, you'll probably win this game handily. It'll be over by halftime. You'll do your typical slow Michigan start. It'll look like a competitive game for the first quarter. You'll pull away. And Michigan fans are, you never know, man. The Spartan Stadium. And
Stop.
Mike, These are hardcore Michigan fans. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, no, you don't really believe that. Whenever you play Sparty, they always find another gear for Michigan. I'm like, if you've seen the last couple weeks, they've shown you every gear that they've had. It ain't much.
Yeah, I don't think having a 10-speed bike matters when the chain is popped.
Yeah, that's not happening.
No, but I keep getting people who are like, no, but you're dismissing this right. I'm like, this is going to be like the time when it was the other way around when Rich Rod and Michigan was just bad.
There'll be players that were on the roster last week that won't be this week. So how can we sit here and say that, oh, it's Michigan State week? No, there's no way the game will be close.
None, and I'm not bad, David. You're not going to hear me spit shine a turd. I already bet Michigan. That make me a bad fan? F it. Don't care. I like money.
I understand what you're saying, but it's been Michigan fans that told me, no, you're underestimating. Those players will find a way because they hate. I'm like, they may hate your guts.
I think you're talking to some of the most bitch-made Michigan fans on the planet because people I talk to, they want to name the score, and I respect it. Because we did the same thing to them when they were down.
That's not enough. So everybody I talk to is bitch made.
It sounds like
everybody
it.
that talk to you, they're rational people.
I don't know if rational is the word I would use, but at least they're plugged into this topic appropriately. I think if you're scared of this, you have a spinal cord made of peanut butter.
Because they'll say, I've seen many a year where we're supposed to do this, and you guys find a way, and then they start quoting years, and I'm like,
right, but that's when we had a coach. It's when look, this program's off the rails. The train has derailed. It's gone off a bridge, and most of the train load is underwater.
For the record,
it's over.
We're saying the same thing. I was shocked to hear this come from Michigan
fans. You
need
to associate with different fans, I think.
And maybe a different host. All right, David, what do you got?
Hurtful. David? Hurtful.
Oh, my gosh. Someone's texting in. I'm pumped for this game. I want revenge for the tunnel last year.
Revenge?
You got revenge. You
won the game.
Your alleged.
What was that, Eli Savitt?
Right, he basically said, wait, guys, I got you on this. Santa, have a seat. You're all suspended. And
I think that's the last time Ward and Jim were in the same room. Right. Revenge.
Right. They agreed upon something. It wasn't his contract.
Someone says, I want Michigan State to have 0 points in this game. That will bring me excitement.
Totally plausible.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This could be a Damon Dowdell. Bobby, have you lost the team? I don't know. It could be a 49-3 type deal.
Or, like the trick play they did with Cedric Irvin.
Oh, Ranger.
And then they didn't score for the rest of the game.
I was talking to John about that game the other day. That was his. No, John had a very nice, long-form, nuanced conversation with Demetrius Underwood that day. A.K.A. he baited Demetrius into punching him in the face. Because Demetrius was nuts and John didn't realize it. And then John realized real quick, wait, this dude might be a serial killer.
Security, is he outside the locker room? Yes, he is.
Yes, he is. With a knife. You probably don't want to go out.
We're going to go out the other door.
Yeah, Demetrius Underwood and Hubert Boo-Boo Thompson. 2 guys, and Robert Newkirk. 3 guys you did not want to mess with back in the day at State.
I was about to say, you probably could throw Malik in there as well.
And we've just made it 4. 248-539-9797.
Hide your wife, hide your kids.
Up next, we've got a cage match. It's Taylor Lewan versus Boo-Boo Thompson.
Let's talk about the Chevy dealer in the area leading the way. Hamilton Chevrolet and Warren. Andrew and his sales staff want to be your Chevy dealer.
Huge Wolverine.
Yeah, he is. They'll guarantee you the lowest payment on your next Chevy, period, whether you're a Wolverine or a Spartan. But especially if you're a Wolverine, they'll find you every discount, rebate, and incentive to save you money. Hamilton has received a large delivery of 2024 Chevrolets. They're ready for immediate delivery, including the October Rico deal, a new 2024 Chevy Equinox.
A lightly used Spartan hat.
$299 a month for 24 months.
Long.
Just walk in with $995 down and a Spartan hat. You get 10,000 miles a year. You know what I say? The best deals are found at 14 Mile and Mile.
To envision.
Stop in and see my guys at Hamilton Chevrolet. Whether you're a Wolverine or a Spartan, tell them Rico sent you. Make Hamilton Chevrolet your Chevy dealer. Visit HamiltonChevy.com. That's HamiltonChevy.com.
There's one thing.
Chevrolet, find new roads.
But they are really setting themselves up to have a chance at that number 1 seed that he talked about. A win over Baltimore will go a long way toward helping about that. But even if they lose to Baltimore, the Lions' schedule compared to San Francisco and Philadelphia's is on paper significantly easier. They still have the 5 division games. They still have Denver on the schedule. I mean, they still have some teams that don't look very good. That really could. Nothing's a punch button win, right? But those are 6 games that Lions have the luxury of playing that Philly and San Francisco don't have.
This is true. I mean, the Bears, and we'll see what happens with Justin Fields if he's hurt for the long term or if he was just out for the rest of that game yesterday. But if he's out long term, that torpedoes what they're trying to build. Takes a big old detour.
Thanks, David. America's favorite place to watch football. Stadium Swim, Circa Resort and Casino. The biggest games, the biggest viewing experience. It's built for sports. 6 pools, 3 different levels, and the biggest outdoor sports book in America. Probably the globe. Like, are sports books really a thing in other places? I don't know. Either way, Circa Resort and Casino. Downtown Vegas. Book now. If you're looking for March Madness, book now. It fills up incredibly fast. Stadium Swim. Book that spot today at circalasvegas.com. I've also received a text of an accusation that David is a closet Sparty. Big yikes. That is the peak of an insult.
I hate Spartans. Are you serious? I can't stand y'all.
I'm aware we work with you daily.
Wait, what about the photo we took in Spartan? Never mind. I wasn't supposed to say
Shut
anything.
up.
Uh-oh.
Shut up. Don't
All
even
right,
try.
everybody calm down. We're going to get to the people, and at 3 o'clock, I want to give Wolverine fans a chance to maybe put me and Rico in our place. Because, we're pretty outspoken Spartans. You guys are up on your bully pulpit right now as maybe the best team in America. And then I'm also going to give Spartan fans a chance to get with us too, because I don't think I make either side happy. But it's going to be an
That's a
opportunity.
sign of a good host, though.
You're damn right. And I just don't care.
And 20 years from now, people will be watching you on YouTube in pre-show meetings.
Oh, man. Full disclosure, I was showing Rico some of Bill Bond's greatest freakouts. I can't get enough. How about a short declarative sentence?
What the
I love
hell's
it.
wrong with this?
What a legend. All right. Let's go to Brandon to lead off today. What's up, B? How are you?
Good, guys. How are you?
Excellent,
Brandon?
buddy. What's on your mind?
First of all, let's go Red Wings. We're looking excellent. But anyways,
Hey, playoffs. Come
I
on.
thought you were going to say, hey, hockey time.
No, hey, DeBrincat. Let's go.
yeah, he's a cat. But yeah, so all off season, the hype was there. When we got word it was going to be a night game, and you guys put the icing on top of the cake with the "Don't show up, it's going to be a brawl" whole skit you guys did. That was hype. I think that was the peak. And ever since Mel Tucker left, and I think it just was a decline. Like I mean, I'm excited. I'm a big Michigan fan. I'll be excited like David is Saturday for the game because, of course, I want to see State get blown out. But
Oh, yeah.
I mean, what do you want me to do all week?
No, nothing. Brandon,
just knowing.
Brandon, I'm not mad about it in the least. And again, I mean, you may as well turn Spartan Stadium into the Ann Arbor Family Club.
Yeah,
I
because
mean, the tickets are going to be $5. No one cares enough. And you're right. Maybe you can't be amped this early in the week. I was just making an accusation from a member of our staff.
Right, because especially after the Tucker stuff happened and the team pulled the plug, David, you'll understand. Mike, you actually will understand this as well.
Tell me.
It's like when Thanos snapped his fingers and people turned to ash. They were there.
Oh, are we talking about Mel Tucker's finances?
Until the wind blew, and then all of a sudden they just dissipated in the wind.
$80 million.
Yeah, I think you guys just had everybody on cloud nine over here with the hype was just so at the peak, and now
But Brandon,
apart,
the hype was supposed to be real because anytime you come to East Lansing, you have to go back to 1985 to find a game where you beat us by more than 20. You know the series in the last 24 is 12-12. You know what it is since 1955. And yes,
right
now it's nothing.
NBC regrets picking up this game, I'm sure.
They should get a refund. Brandon, I wish they would take this game and put it on like the CW. I can't even believe America has to watch my team again.
Bigger regret, NBC in this game or putting
David's third kid.
Or putting those Giants on all those primetime games.
Wow. We're going to need to talk to somebody at NBC who paid some of these rights fees. Wait, we've got the Giants and Jets 7 times. And what is this, Michigan State again?
Michigan State 4 times. Because they still got Ohio State and Penn State after this. Ohio State's at night, Penn State's at night.
I want to call FanDuel and get a point spread of Michigan State versus Michigan and Michigan State versus Ohio State combined score of the 2 games on national TV on NBC. Laying 65.5.
See, and you know what? Here's
75.
I would say the smart money is what Penn State's going to do because they're going to need that game. Because remember, they play before.
If I offered you against Michigan, Ohio State, and Penn State, NBC owns all 3. I give you 99.5 points. Would you take Michigan State? Wow. 99.5.
No. No. And the breakdown will come from Penn State because they play the day before Michigan, Ohio State. So they don't know which team's going to win that game. So they're going to have to look good because they're in the clubhouse. That's going to be the one that rolls up the Spartans and puts up like 50
and again,
points.
A million of you guys can call up.
99.5. Wow.
Context is everything. The hype for this game was supposed to be great. MSU was supposed to be maybe a 6-7 win team, but be building something. And be real cheesed about what took place last year.
Honestly, I thought that the only game was Washington. They were going to lose that one, but they probably could win the other games and come in there at a 5-1 record. You would have been 6-0. Let's go. But now,
I can't help that my head coach decided, hey, let's lose $80 million with phone sex. I can't change that, guys. Now, do whatever you want. No Spartan fan is going to care enough.
Call me now.
Miss Cleo?
He probably should have called her. It'd been cheaper.
I got nothing.
Talk to me dirty, Miss Cleo.
No, okay, stop. See, no.
That's enough.
No, you're out. And you're supposed to be the Christian one. That's what I mean. You know how like Stoney gets away with saying whatever he wants because he's kind of like dirty grandpa?
Or Wojo.
No, it's same thing you religious guys do. You get to say some of the most horrible stuff and get away with it. So maybe I'll wrap myself in the good book.
No.
Okay, David, I'm simply reading the stuff that Mike gave me to read.
That is not the case.
I am playing my role. I stepped out of pocket, Mike. I'm sticking to the script right here. Mike says this, you say that with emphasis.
What is going on?
Thank you very much.
I don't know what's going on in the first 20 minutes of this show.
We're off and running on a Tuesday. We got so much to discuss today. 248-539-9797.
So, David, do your kids bet on this game? Because you got the one son who loves Michigan, the other loves Michigan State.
They have a friendly bet with each other.
So actually, do they have to do the chores?
Each other, yeah, they do.
Well, David's actually taking care of that. The Spartan kid was actually given to foster care this week, so he's out.
They didn't do a bet this year, though. I don't think they will.
David, have you ever considered, with him being the black sheep of the family, of potentially just dropping him off and not bothering him anymore?
No,
I'm proud of what he is.
Because son number 3, the one bad son is going to be the black sheep.
What's he going to be, like a Lake Superior State fan?
No, he's the Michigan fan, but he's going to be the black sheep because he's going to be outdone. His two brothers are going to double team him.
Well, it is starting to look like my youngest is becoming a State fan.
We had a talk.
He's only 3, so we got time.
There's something going horribly wrong in your house.
Hey, look, I raised them to be a fan of whatever they want. I'm not going to shield them or turn them away.
No, they just know whenever we go to Spartan Stadium, Uncle Rico shows us a great time.
He does. He sure does.
We go
Can
to
you imagine David's life? What an ironic religious twist. David's a pastor. He does everything right, and he grows up in a house of Sparties now. What a nightmare for David. Like, all David wanted was, like, little Wolverine friends to hang out with. Those were supposed to be your sons, and now they're, like, Spartan slaps. It's like you're raising diminutive Ricos.
Like, where's your older brother? We tied him up in the basement. We had enough of that.
David's going to be the first parent to ever call social services on himself.
Right. Like, I've done a horrible job coming to
Take
get me.
this child away. I can't even stand him anymore.
Convincing his wife, we need to have another one. We got to balance this thing out.
When is that announcement coming?
Not happening.
That'll be the night you beat Georgia for the Natty.
That ain't happening either.
Okay. College football every Saturday. If you got a viewing party going on, Wolverine fans, I am talking to you. Old Nation Brewing, they got you covered. The official beverage of winners. Old Nation, M43, the B43. Treat your guests to high caliber, high quality beer right here from the state of Michigan. Untapped, naming Old Nation, one of the best regional breweries in America. Only Michigan brewery to make that list. Check out the complete lineup. Stop on in wherever you buy your beer and ask for Old Nation by name. It's Old Nation Brewing Company. Check them out, oldnationbrewing.com. 21 and up, and as always, please drink responsibly.
Jeff Darlington, ESPN reporter, tweeted out a video last night of Lions fans just going nuts after the game. And he tweets, I've seen a lot of opposing fan bases make noise for a team after a win, but the Lions might have topped them all today. Or as Jared Goff said to me as he left the field, are you seeing this? Best fans in the effing league. Peter King estimated there were 25,000 Lions fans.
Wow. I mean, that's wow.
Yep.
What is that, a third of the capacity there? That's amazing.
Yep.
I mean, I thought they'd travel well, and I know that you already got a bunch of transplanted Michiganders down there in the state of Florida and go to Tampa to see the Lions play when they're good. It doesn't surprise me that there'd be a lot, but that number,
yep,
that's a big estimate.
Yep.
All right, we will get to your calls, but a brief respite because, look, you lead busy lives, people. So leave it to me to point out the best and brightest and usually the most sarcastic elements of your football weekend, because we are about to bring you the Weekend Report. Did you meet Will Smith? Rico Beard, let's begin, because I know you're a movie fan. And the Theater of Malpractice was showing a quad box this weekend. I need you to pick the biggest piece of coaching malpractice of the weekend. Are you ready?
You know what? Actually, I was thinking that I was going to be like, okay, Mike, the answers are... Harlan Barnett.
No, he's on the
Deion
list.
Sanders.
No,
Okay.
I've got a 4-pack.
Okay.
And you're Dr. Strange.
Quad box.
There's only one way out of this.
All right.
Theater of Malpractice quad box will go around the room. Malpractice number 1. You're an interim head coach at your alma mater, dying to be the head coach, and you don't talk into your microphone once on a Saturday.
He does.
As you have kids misplaying kickoffs, punters dropping the ball, shotgun snaps on 4th and an inch. Harlan Barnett's entire existence is coaching malfeasance. Number 2. We go to the game of the weekend, Oregon-Washington. I give you Dan Lanning before the end of the first half. Dan, I get the analytics. I get that it's Michael Penix on the other sideline. But before the half, how did you just not take the points right there? Help me. I give you Brian Daboll before the end of the half. Here's an idea. 15 seconds to go. We don't have a timeout. Why is Tyrod Taylor even allowed to change the play? Brian, if you have to, go out on the field, nude, do the helicopter at the 40-yard line, take an obscenity penalty, and just make sure that snap doesn't happen. Fun fact, they cannot snap a ball if a coach goes lunatic fan mode and runs out onto the field. Or choice 4, the usually brilliant Eagles head coach Nick Sirianni. What are you doing with 2 minutes to go, and it's not Michael Penix on the other sideline? It's Zach Wilson. Why are you throwing the ball late? Hand it off, punt, play D, and make Zach Wilson go down the field and beat you. Nope. Interception. Dead. Biggest piece of malpractice, we start with Rico Beard.
Brian Daboll, because you finished not only the half at the 1 yard line, you finished the game at the 1 yard line.
Let's go to a man who might be Brian Daboll's kid, Kenny Cott.
Yes.
The beard is wicked.
Thanks, man. You caught me in the middle of a bad bite. I just bit into something. I'm sorry. Go to David. Get back to me. I promise.
It's definitely Brian Daboll for me, because then you're complaining to your quarterback of why he did what he did, but it's your fault he did it in the first place.
Over the weekend, Kenny, are your mandibles ready?
Yes. Get the agave. No, I'm on Brian Daboll and this as well.
Okay.
I mean, I felt bad for you and Big G. No,
feel bad for him.
Because
Feel bad for my father.
You make the mistake at the half, but then to end the game, so close. It's like, no. What a way to lose.
I'd like to give you prime time. I just want to recap something here, okay? Especially for all the narrative-driven morons that are out there like Mark Jones, Louis Riddick, Joel Klatt, Gus Johnson, or generally speaking, any of these bought and paid for idiots. Hey, prime time. You blow a 29-0 lead against a rat-ass Stanford team. Then you go in the postgame and essentially hit your team with a bus, going, well, I need kids who love the game. A lot of these guys like the game. And third, we find out your son is sending out promo codes to his merch store at the half before blowing a 30-0 lead. Now, heaven forbid if you critique Coach Prime because you must have some ulterior motive, not know football, or just a spiteful son of a bitch. I'm none of the above. I like Dion. I think Dion's going to get it right. But what I don't
Some of your best friends are named Dion.
My point is, you have to call this man out for that hat trick of nonsense, no?
Yes, you have to call him out for that because your son is promoting his merchandise, which tells me, no. You're saying some kids only like it and don't love the game?
But why does he do this with the watch?
He's showing off his watch because he's rich and he's got a rich daddy. Your son doesn't love the game, and you're banking the whole team around your own kid. So basically, you're calling out your son. You don't do that at halftime of any game. You should be focused on finishing. So, no, you could definitely criticize
And when
Deion.
your kids blow a 30-0 lead, that ain't about them loving the game. Maybe you should have taken your shades off, paid attention to what was going on, and done something.
Look at you hating. It was 29-0.
Oh, my bad.
Right. 30. If it was 30, they would have won by one, Mike.
All right, also from the weekend. Dueling Hail Marys. Which is worse? I give you Houston and West Virginia. West Virginia on a 4th and 14 from the 32 throws like a 10-yard pass, 17 guys missed tackles, touchdown. Unthinkable. Totally unthinkable. 12 seconds left. Now they celebrate, take a penalty. So now Houston gets the ball at like the 45. They give up a Hail Mary the other way. You got 17 guys with oven mitts bouncing the ball all over the place. Rico, which one is actually worse? The Hail Mary where bouncing and ish happens, or clown carring a 4th and 14, which is just a regular football play?
The clown car. Because at this, as we like to say, mistakes were made on both sides. You didn't tackle anybody. You let them score. But then you're West Virginia. Act like you've been there before. Don't rush out on the field because the clock's not at 0. Don't give them extra yardage because mistakes happened.
Let me bring you to something that's difficult to wrap your mind around. You might have a problem if a nerd from psychology class can kick a 40-yarder and the kid on scholarship for your team can't make a 37-yarder. Purdue,
missed 2
shout out LeBron, not 1, not 2, not 3. Purdue's kicker goes 0 for 3. They bring a kid out during a commercial break for like win your books for the semester.
And a couple grand.
And he pipes a 40-yarder. What's worse, the fact that the kid makes it and your kicker doesn't, or the fact that your Purdue is a 3-touchdown underdog kicking 3 field goals against Ohio State?
that the kid, because Mike, it's worse that the kid came out of the crowd. Because how many times have you said, my God, go get somebody from the soccer team? You can just go get somebody out the crowd to kick. And they literally did find somebody out the crowd who outdid your kicker. The kicker couldn't be happy. And if I'm the special teams coach, I'm going to get his name.
I need you to explain something to me. How is it that Tyreek Hill was fined and a penalty was administered for him grabbing a cell phone on a touchdown, doing something fun, but yet anytime an offense or a defense does something meaningful, the entire team is allowed to run 80 yards into an end zone and do a choreographed rendition of like Hamilton, and there's no penalty.
Yeah. Got to take your shot now. Because he used a prop. And that's what, had he just did the backflip.
Rico.
I know. Hey, cameras.
I don't care. I hate these. They don't make any money.
If he had not used a prop, and the second he did it, everybody, it was probably sweet. Hopefully the camera was rolling.
But isn't the football the prop sometimes in these
because
celebrations
it's
when they do a bowling?
It's a part of the game, just like you can't use the goalpost. If you dunk over the goalpost, that's a fine. Grabbing a phone, shout out Joe Horn, that's a fine.
These rules are really dumb. I still don't understand anything
But you're
just
right.
said.
You can literally do the cha-cha slide off of an interception. You can, but you can't use a prop. I think it's dumb. I like the fact. My only thing was, man, I hope that phone was rolling because that would have been some awesome video.
No, it was. I think it was intentional and planned, but it was. They turned that video around and were showing it on the Red Zone Network.
Gotcha.
Even though I was muted because Scott Hansen is Satan, I was able to see that video.
During the witching hour?
We got a situation and pull the plug on this idiot. David, how are we on time? Do I have time for one more? How bad do you have to be at your job that people are willing to pay you $76 million to F off into the sun? Straight spite pay. If you thought the scene in Moneyball was bad, where Billy Beane, Brad Pitt, tells David Justice the Yankees are paying you to play against them, then what do you consider Jimbo Fisher? Because right here, right now, after another mind-numbing loss against Tennessee, they are going to pay this man $76 million to kindly leave. So my question to you is, if he's not the fit, clearly not, who is?
Mike, you just got to look a little bit north of Texas to the wonderful state of Colorado.
Prime? At A&M?
Oh, he's going to bring the cowboy hat and the sunglasses.
I like it.
Shador's going to wave the watch around.
I like it.
Oh, yeah.
I like it.
Coach Prime, A&M. And what, screw it. Give him $100 million. We got oil money. Doesn't mean a thing.
Love it. And that is your weekend report.
It is rivalry week. The battle lines have been drawn. You're either a Michigan or Michigan State fan, but what better way to bring both sides together at a tailgater party than a Tito's cocktail? This week's essential cocktail is Tito's Championship Cherry into sweet splash.
Put some energy into it, Cot. Let's go.
Tito's Championship Cherry here for your tailgate festivities. Here's what you're going to need. 1.5 ounces of Tito's, 3 ounces of sparkling water, 1/4 ounce of simple syrup, 2 maraschino cherries, 2 black cherries. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to muddle the berries and cherries, add the Tito's and syrup, shake and strain over ice, and top it with some sparkling water. Recipes for premium Tito's drinks on YouTube page or on Tito's.com. 80 proof Tito's handmade vodka distilled and bottled in Austin, Texas, crafted to be savored responsibly.
All right, let's get it. We're going to get to the calls. We got a hell of a topic, top of the hour. I'm going to be taking notes. I want you to teach me, Enrico. Help us learn. Help us understand our place in the world. We'll get to it in 9 minutes. We got to go on the board because I have a feeling Rico is going to give you a bet that is so embarrassing, I'm going to walk out of this room. Let's see if I'm right. David? Now, I'm going to give you a bet tonight. And it's rare. I don't love laying the points. I'm not huge on it, but I think this is a complete mismatch. And from an analytics standpoint, Liberty tonight, laying 14.5 to Middle Tennessee State. If you need a reminder, Liberty coached by Jamie Chadwell. He's the guy who basically built Coastal Carolina. Liberty runs a form of the triple option. Caden Salter, their quarterback, former four-star kid, Tennessee quarterback. They pound the rock. They crush, and they hand it to everybody. Wide receivers, tight ends, running backs, quarterbacks, hot dog vendors, you name it. Once they cross the 50, good as gold. They're scoring a touchdown. They finish drives. Middle Tennessee State is ass. They're terrible. Now, I bet this a couple days ago because I'm a loser and I do a podcast. The point is the lines move from 13.5 to 14.5. If you use power rankings, this thing ought to be 19 points. I'm taking Liberty. I think it's a coaching mismatch. Salter might be the best player on the field. They're going to pound the rock, and that scheme is so hard to stop. I'm going with Liberty tonight. Liberty Bibberty.
I was about to say Liberty Bibberty.
Now, Rico's going to place a bet on some loser Middle Tennessee State wide receiver.
Yep. Best wide receiver you've never heard of. Elijah Metcalf, Middle Tennessee wide receiver. Anytime touchdown at plus 135. But, Mike, if you want to parlay that.
With Liberty covering.
I was about to say with Caden Salter, anytime touchdown.
Ooh.
Now you're looking at beep, boop, 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 plus 242.
My goodness. The anytime touchdown thing is really sweeping the nation. All right, let's go to Kenny Cott. His friends call him Dr. Agave.
I don't really love any of the games on the NHL board tonight. The one that I do not mind is the Kraken game, plus 132 at home. This is a team that was a 100-point team last year. I don't know why they get disrespected like that. I get it's Colorado, but plus 132 at home, I'm not opposed to that.
What do you mean disrespect? I mean, plus 132 is not like this egregious plus 270 underdog. Like,
I don't think they should be an underdog at all. I think at home this team should be, if not favorite, even money.
So dare I